Hello there. Who are you?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking moments from you.
I think that this was the perfect excuse to take out people like Benji and Peach, who've always looked down on you in your whole miserable life.
For this list, we're looking at the moments from the hit Netflix series that had us gasping, cringing, and dying to find out what happens next. And of course, if you haven't seen the first 3 seasons yet, consider this your spoiler alert. Did we miss a moment that blew your brain? Let us know in the comment section. Number 10. The price of a guilty conscience. Among Joe and Love's Madre Linda neighbors, Gil seems like the closest thing there is to a genuinely nice person, which is probably why he felt the need to come to talk to Love in person. Following a measles outbreak that left Henry Quinn-Goldberg dangerously ill, Gil visits the bakery to apologize for the fact that his daughters infected the baby.
Can't tell you how sorry we are for exposing Henry.
Both your daughters had measles?
Margaret really regrets not saying anything when you called. I think she was just stunned to hear that Henry had to be hospitalized.
The look on Love's face should have told Gil it was time to just stop talking and go. He attempts to explain his stance all the same.
You see, we just don't believe in subjecting kids to toxic injections they don't need to fight things their bodies were created to fight.
Needless to say, he's not gaining any ground with Love. In a move that is stunningly unhinged even for her, she knocks him out in broad daylight. And to think they say the truth will set you free.
Speak grown-ups about this!
Now what?
God!
Number 9. Watch your fingers. When Joe assumes Will Bettelheim's identity, it turns out that he takes on his problems too. In this case, according to Will, $3,000 worth of problems owed to Jasper, a one-time prospective client.
You charge a fee in advance of meeting. You didn't give him his money back.
That is probably correct.
Joe is able to scrape together the money, but nothing goes quite as expected.
This is Jasper? He looks like a manager at a comic book store.
Jasper may seem affable, but he quickly proves he is no pushover. When it turns out that Will was about $47,000 off on the amount he owed, Jasper decides a little collateral is in order. With almost cheerful nonchalance, he removes the tip of Will's finger, with a promise to return it once the debt is paid in full.
Dr. Daniel, as long as you're there in the next 10, 12 hours, good chance to reattach, provided you have this. So, give me a call when you have the rest of the money. Probably sooner better than later, I think.
The bizarre and brutal scene was over before we'd picked our jaws up off the floor. Number 8. Post-trip revelations. Mind-altering substances do not mix well with a life like the one Joe Goldberg leads.
You're getting that look again.
What look?
That weird panicky look you had when you came in. You kept saying, there was blood on your hands.
Was there?
Couldn't say.
With Delilah in time-release handcuffs and a firm deadline for his escape from LA, he was already on edge to say the least. Then 40 doses him with a strong serving of hallucinogens, and everyone knew we were in for a wild ride.
Okay, sport, you gotta be careful, because you're about to feel everything.
All I feel is rage.
As Joe's reality bends, he knows there's a very real chance he will lose control and do something, well, Joe-like. Then he loses track of time completely, leading to a grisly moment that seems to confirm his fears.
Is this the hotel room? Did I leave and come back? Or what in the hell?
But was it real? Or was this a Lady Macbeth moment? It seems like it might have been just another hallucination, until Joe returns to his storage unit to find Delilah's body. Number 7. Love's big slip. If Season 3 made anything abundantly clear, it's that Love is not the best when it comes to impulse control. It wasn't really surprising that she got jealous during an ill-fated attempt at swinging with the Conrads. However, it was downright shocking to all involved when she blurted out some key information during the ensuing fight with Joe.
I killed Natalie for you! Shut up.
They return to their guests, hoping this innocent little revelation has gone unnoticed. Where would the drama be in that, though? At first, it seems like the Conrads might get the upper hand, but it isn't long before they find themselves deposited in the infamous glass box all the same. which left the Quinn-Goldbergs to disturbingly reaffirm their passion for shared hobbies.
I think that was the best sex we've ever had.
Yes, it was. The spark our marriage needed doesn't come from swinging. Our love language is violence.
Number 6. Joe and Candace, a love story. There's a sinister undercurrent whenever Joe mentions the ex who broke his heart, which implies that he has already killed one girlfriend when he meets Guinevere Beck. So, at the end of season 1, it was news to everyone when Candace showed up very much alive.
Yeah. So, I think we have some unfinished business to talk about.
Shocking as that was, it didn't brace us for the details we would get in season 2. In some ways, the dark turn in their relationship is just more proof of Joe's pattern.
I'm stupid. Let's just go home.
You're just
okay?
saying that because you think it's what I want to hear.
No, I'm saying that because I'm tied up in the back of a van.
I had to, so we could get here to talk.
However, after striking Candace's head against a tree root during a struggle, Joe buries her alive, leaving Candace to crawl up out of the makeshift grave. Most unsettling of all is the fact that this still wasn't enough to put him away.
This will be labeled domestic violence.
This isn't. He tried to murder me.
Number 5. Benji. Joe was creepy right from the start, but we didn't really understand the kind of guy we were dealing with at first. Then along came Benji to show us.
Yeah, I've been here a couple of times. Yeah?
Oh, good. So you'll feel right at home then.
When it comes to Beck's objectively awful love interest, Joe decides that if you can't beat him, you should just beat him. His attack on Benji was the kind of savage escalation we were not expecting to see so early on in the plot.
Please. Whatever you think I did, you got the wrong guy.
No. I don't.
Once it becomes clear that Beck isn't moving on, Joe decides it's time to go all in. Based on an earlier comment about Benji's nut allergy, he offers his romantic rival a strategic cup of coffee. We didn't like Benji either, but it's chilling to see how easily Joe flips to murder.
2 stevia. 2 tablespoons of peanut oil.
Could have gone either way. He's lied about so many things.
Number 4. Beck's death. Joe's feelings for Beck were toxic and frightening, but it still seemed like she might be the one person on Earth he wouldn't physically harm. However, she did not take it well when he imprisoned her in the basement. With some clever manipulation, she is able to trick him and escape.
God, but you are not special. You're broken. I could never love you.
Her read of him, while well-deserved, shifts the dynamic between them. When Paco refuses to let her out of the basement, she finds herself in a scenario right out of a horror movie with the belligerent Joe the audience has watched all along.
When Mooney locked me in, I learned a big lesson. Hide a spare key so you can get out of the goddamn cage. I didn't want it to be like this, Beck.
Beck's desperate attempt to survive had us all hanging off the edge of our seats in dread. Worse still was the reveal of Joe's internal version of events.
I feel at peace with that now because I loved you the absolute best that I could. And I gave you what you wanted. I feel good about that. I helped you become the writer you so wanted to be.
Number 3. Love kills Natalie. As Joe stalked his neighbor Natalie Engler, we were all prepared to watch his latest obsession progress over the course of a season. No one counted on love, though. After discovering that marriage has not changed Joe's habits one bit, she makes plans to be alone with Natalie.
It's really nice to have an actual conversation. I can't believe we've been living next door for months. Joe's seen more of you than I have.
At first, there's nothing that feels off in the visit to a potential bakery. However, the mood shifts as they tour the space.
Permits are easy, so you can have this place up and running crazy fast.
Spooky though the basement is, Natalie and the audience are still caught off guard when love attacks. With Natalie's life and time on the show cut dramatically short, we were left horrified and fascinated to see where the season would go from there.
Joe?
What's wrong?
I think we need to go to couples therapy.
Number 2, the Quinn-Goldberg double cross. This couple has very different ideas about conflict resolution. Joe wants out of their marriage, whereas Love wants him to sit tight for a minute while they work it out. Literally. After Joe proposes divorce, Love reveals that she has paralyzed him with aconite, the same substance that she accidentally killed her first husband with.
Now, you don't have to worry. This time I'm letting it absorb through the skin.
Quite the twofer of a reveal. However, when she returns, Joe has a surprise of his own.
Did you really think that I wouldn't start to wonder? Oh! What you were growing in the garden.
More than just neutralizing Love, though, Joe intended his aconite injection to be fatal. And of course, Joe Goldberg always manages to take things to the next level. With that classic attention to detail, he fakes his own death and burns his old life to the ground.
Love's farewell filled out details a burned-out crime scene couldn't. The rest of Joe Goldberg's body was never found, but it was presumed butchered or worse. Love Quinn became the Mrs. Lovett of Madre Linda.
Never say he lacks commitment. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Theo's brush with death. As if there was any doubt left that love is hazardous for your health.
Theo, wait.
Peach and Joe's standoff. This is why you always double tap. Beck's discovery. Watching Beck find Joe's trophies made the whole concept so much worse.
No.
Marianne lives. At a point, it became more shocking to see Love exercise restraint.
You and your beautiful daughter, you need to run. Disappear. Ryan is just the beginning of what he's willing to do.
The doctor did it. Dr. Nikki's face says it all. Joe's schemes are as impressive as they are horrific.
Doctor, what drove you to murder one of your vets?
Yes, she was definitely having an affair with her therapist.
That evil You know, our friend Peach Salinger was trying to get Beck to stop seeing him, so it's like, did that psycho kill Peach too?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Love is crazy. The second season finale delivered us the biggest subversion of our expectations yet when Love turned out to be anything but a helpless target. In a monologue that only got wilder with every twist, she revealed herself to be a mirror image of Joe.
Smart, sexy, funny. A little darkness that made you less storybook, more real. I started to fantasize again. When you pulled away, I told myself I can fix him.
Not only had she stalked him since laying eyes on him, she had investigated his entire backstory and only fallen more in love with him as a result. Meticulous research, masterful manipulation, she even displayed the same self-righteous sense of protection towards Joe, which left a similar trail of bodies in her wake.
I'm protecting you because I want to, Joe.
You didn't break me. You opened your heart to me.
The idea of Joe meeting his match was deeply unsettling, but there was a strange satisfaction in seeing him get just as freaked out as we were.
We're soulmates, Joe.
What the?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.